lost 38 pounds in just weeks. And the best part, I kept it off for over a year. It's just so easy.
I know it sounds crazy, but I lost 27 pounds using this simple coffee loophole. I do it every day, first thing in the morning when I wake up.
I struggled with my weight my whole life, but after learning how to lose weight with coffee, I lost 130 pounds without even working out.
I never had enough willpower to stick to a diet, but thanks to this, I can eat whatever I want and still lose weight.
This is hands down the best diet ever. Actually, it's the only diet that's ever worked for me.
If you think that you've tried everything already, I promise you haven't, because this really works.
It sounds impossible when you first hear it. Yet, researchers at Harvard University have discovered an odd coffee loophole that lets you burn fat without dieting or even working out. In fact, it's been proven to target and dissolve your most stubborn body fat, purify your body of weight gain causing toxins, and shape your figure quicker than you ever dreamed possible. This morning, Coffee Loophole only takes 7 seconds to perform, but it instantly opens an incredible fat burning window, supercharging your metabolism, laser targeting your problem areas, melting fat off your belly, thighs, neck, and even under your arms, like wax melts off a candle. And study after study has already shown the more you perform this 7-second coffee loophole, the more fat you'll burn, and the easier it will be to keep the weight off forever. It works no matter how many times you've tried to lose weight and failed in the past. Because once you've turned up the heat on your metabolism using this simple coffee loophole, you can eat all the pizza, candy, bread, pasta, burgers, ice cream, and literally anything else you want without fear, without guilt, and without gaining a single pound, just like skinny people do. Now, I know you might be feeling skeptical right now, and that is a good thing, because I don't want you to just believe me. I want you to listen to the incredible, undeniable scientific proof and decide for yourself. Because what you learn in the next 3 minutes is going to shock you and change everything you thought you knew about why you gain weight so easily, and reveal the real reason your metabolism has slowed to a crawl as you've gotten older, and how to reignite it so you can eat whatever you want and still be in the best shape of your life, just like when you were a kid. And no matter what lies you've been told before, the truth about rapid permanent weight loss has nothing to do with your diet, hormones, carbs, or any other flavor of the month weight loss fad. Instead, it's all down to this strange fact about this incredible coffee loophole. Over 33,000 men and women all over the world have already used to lose everything from a measly 10 pounds to an incredible 148 pounds faster than you ever thought possible. And when you see that number drop on the scale just 1 week from now, I know you'll look back and thank God that you decided to listen to this presentation. So let's dive right in. Hi, my name is Christy Rivers. I am not a doctor, scientist, or some Harvard egghead. I am just a normal gal who lives in a suburb of Akron, Ohio, with my husband Scott and our 2 kids, Joseph and Isabel. And in just a second, I'm gonna share the simple 7-second coffee loophole I discovered. The same one that helped me lose 61 pounds without even trying. But first, let me explain how I stumbled on this. It all started with a letter I received in the mail. An old high school friend invited me to her wedding and asked me to be in her bridal party. Honestly, it was the last thing I felt like doing. Standing up there on the stage side by side with a bunch of skinny, gossipy women from my high school. But I was really good friends with the bride, so I agreed. Of course, I'd gained a few pounds over the years from having my 2 kids, so I'd have to drop a couple of sizes to fit the dress. But with the wedding a few months off, I felt confident that I could do it. That if I just pushed hard enough, starved myself enough, concentrated enough, surely I could get my body to do what I wanted it to do. I had to do it. I just had to. So I worked as hard as I could over those next few weeks. I barely ate. I counted everything I ate like some kind of crazed caloric accountant. I just hoped that every miserable, sweaty workout would pay off. But when I finally went to try on the dress a few weeks before the wedding, it didn't fit. I felt devastated, but I still had time before the wedding and maybe I could make it happen. Just maybe. So I took even more extreme measures, pushing myself to the very limit of what my body could handle, just striving to prove to myself and to the world that I could be something more than the woman with the weight problem. And you know what? I did. By the day of the wedding, I had managed to lose enough weight to just barely slip into the dress. It was tight. My husband, Scott, had to help me, but I did it. I never felt so proud, so accomplished, and even though, truthfully, I felt like an overstuffed sausage squeezed into the thing, at least I could feel pride that I had met my goal, or so I thought. Twisted in some weird way that tore my dress in 2 parts right at the seam. I could hardly believe it happened. I instantly began sobbing. All of my hard work ruined, all of my confidence shattered, and this illusion of pride I had crumbling like wet sand in my hands. I've never felt so hopeless. I couldn't call anyone, I couldn't text. All I could do was sit there feeling like a shell-shocked fool and feeling my stomach lurch with the reality of what happened. That's when I heard a pair of footsteps approaching and a voice gently call out my name. Looking up, I saw the familiar face of an old work colleague named Steven. Now, I'd known Steven for over a decade. He was one of the kindest, most honest men I've ever met, almost like a father figure to me. So when Steven asked me what was bothering me, I just spilled my guts, tears and all. He listened, gently put his hand on my shoulder, and nodded knowingly. I know what it's like to feel like your body's betrayed you. Then he asked simply, "Do you remember when I was out of work for that long period of time?" I did. Well, I didn't tell anyone, but I was sick. In fact, most doctors thought I was close to death. To tell you the truth, I probably would be dead if it wasn't for this man. He put a wrinkled business card into my hand. "This is the man who saved my life," Steven said. "He's one of the most brilliant doctors I've ever met, and I believe he can help you." I read the card, Mr. Hoffman. With that, Steven smiled, shook my hand, and walked back to the party. I sat there, holding that card. The whole thing felt so bizarre. Who the heck was this Mr. Hoffman guy? I didn't know. But something about the conviction in Steven's eyes told me I should take it seriously. After all, what did I have to lose? A week later, I walked into the researcher's office for the first time. Truthfully, I didn't know what to expect. It had taken me 5 calls and 7 emails to finally get an appointment with him. "Mr. Hoffman isn't taking appointments right now," the receptionist had told me. "But nobody's ever been as persistent as you." Luckily, I found the doctor to be incredibly kind, friendly, and well-spoken. He had a calming presence that instantly made me feel relaxed and at ease. After some brief hellos, he told me a little bit about his story, how he'd served as an army surgeon, graduated medical school, and ended up working for some of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world to test new drugs and breakthrough treatments. But after climbing the ranks, he became discouraged. In his opinion, it was obvious that modern medicine was only interested in treating symptoms while ignoring the underlying root causes. So, Mr. Hoffman had spent the last decade rethinking how the human body actually works and go deep into the study of human biology to discover solutions that target the real causes of problems. Recently, he turned his attention to what he considers the biggest health crisis in the world: our expanding waistlines, bulging bellies, and excessive weight gain. And that's when he made a shocking discovery, something that flips everything we've been told about weight loss right on its head. See, Mr. Hoffman explained that every single diet, exercise plan, or weight loss solution always boils down to one thing: how can you put your body into a fat-burning mode? That's it. Everything you've heard about metabolism, gut health, or trapped fat all comes down to this one question: how can you make your body into a fat-burning mode? According to Mr. Hoffman, here's what everyone gets wrong. See, every failed weight loss solution always has one thing in common. They try to force your body to enter this fat-burning mode. But just like a stubborn toddler who pushes back the more you try to get them to listen, something I understood all too well, your metabolism pushes back as well. Let me explain, Mr. Hoffman said. Take the most common weight loss advice you hear. Eat less, move more. Who hasn't heard that before? It's probably what most doctors will tell you. Now, the whole idea of eat less, move more is that you burn more calories than you eat. Then you can force your body to start burning off fat stores for energy, which makes sense, right? But here's the problem. Once you start eating less, your metabolism slows down too. So it doesn't matter how little you eat, your body won't burn fat. Scientists call this the fat paradox, because by dieting, you're actually training your metabolism to slow down. This isn't even controversial science, Christy, Mr. Hoffman said. He explained how one 2006 study looked at the effect of this eat less, move more advice for more than 48,000 women. And after 7 years of that strict eat less, move more approach, the woman only lost an average of 2.2 pounds. 2.2 pounds in 7 years. Incredible, right? That's about as much as you can gain back in a single weekend. More recently, a 2021 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition by Harvard Medical School scientists said flat out about the eat less, move more advice. Few people achieve clinically significant weight loss over the long term with this approach. Does it get any more clear than that? The most common weight loss advice, we're told, is doomed to fail because it's trying to force your body to do something it doesn't want to do. Fad diets like keto or intermittent fasting aren't much better. Take keto, for instance. The whole idea behind it is that you can force your body to burn more fat stores simply by making it run on fats 24/7. That's what ketosis means. But here's the problem. Not only is keto hard to follow, heck, most people say that giving up carbs is harder than quitting smoking. And not only is it so strict that just one tiny error can ruin all your progress, but ketosis is also not your body's natural state. No, the human body loves carbs. It was designed to run on them. Instead, keto is a starvation mode used as a kind of backup state for whenever our ancestors didn't have enough food. So forcing your body into this artificial starvation mode is like trying to run your house on a backup generator when you're already plugged into the power grid. It's completely backwards. That's why keto isn't the best sustainable weight loss method. And it's why it can lead to so many issues like fatty liver, swollen gouty toes, or even more deadly problems like acidosis. So I knew I had to discover a totally new approach. One that began with the simple question, how can we work with, not against, our body's natural fat burning potential? So what's the answer then, I asked him. It's simple, he said. Your fat cell circadian rhythm. I must have looked confused. Fat cell circadian rhythm? What did he mean by that? Luckily, Mr. Hoffman explained it to me. Look, everything in life has a natural rhythm, an ebb and flow. The sun rises and sets, the waves go back and forth, and humans sleep and wake. So why would our fat cells be any different? Well, they aren't. He pulled out a study and plopped it on my desk. It was a 2019 study with the title, Fat Cells Work Different Shifts Throughout the Day. Mr. Hoffman explained how nobody had ever thought to look at the circadian rhythm of fat cells. But all that changed in 2019 when a group of UK scientists showed for the first time that fat cells do indeed have their own circadian rhythm. And it's actually a big deal. That's because this circadian rhythm controls everything about our metabolism. In other words, during certain times of the day, your cells want to store fat, and other times of the day, your cells want to burn fat. This sent shockwaves through the scientific community because it threatened to upturn everything researchers previously believed about fat burning. In the words of the lead scientist, Dr. Johnston, tissues made up of fat cells don't just store excess energy, they are active metabolic tissues full of their own rhythms. And this is the first time that we have been able to identify such rhythms in human fat. Now here's why this is so exciting. These researchers discovered that every fat cell has a total of 727 circadian rhythm genes that control metabolism, and that these genes control 5 cellular fat clocks that determine when our body stores fat and when our body burns fat. Mr. Hoffman flipped to a page of the study filled with a bunch of graphs. It's a little hard to see, Mr. Hoffman said, but these graphs show that all 5 of these fat cell clocks peak right around the same time. This means that we all have a specific metabolic window where burning fat is effortless. However, if you try to burn fat outside of this window, it's like pushing against a locked door. You'll get nowhere. Do you see why this is such a breakthrough? Mr. Hoffman asked. It flips everything we thought we knew about diet and exercise right on its head. Instead of trying to force your body to burn fat, you simply work with your body's natural fat burning rhythm. It's a total game changer. I felt my heart race as light bulbs began to go off in my head. Everything Mr. Hoffman said made so much sense. But still, I had questions. Mr. Hoffman, this all sounds great, but how does this actually help someone lose fat? That's when he smiled and flashed an almost mischievous grin. Well, he said, That's exactly what I've been working on. He explained that once you understand how your body's natural fat burning window works, all you have to do is 1, keep that window open as long as possible, and 2, speed up your metabolism so more fat can fly out of your cells. Simple, right? And like Mr. Hoffman showed me, all 5 of our cellular fat burning clocks peak right at the same time in the first few hours after we wake up. All that's left to do is figure out a way to 1, keep the window open longer, and 2, speed up our metabolism. What's amazing is that 70% of us are already doing something just like that. How? By drinking coffee. See, there's a reason why coffee's been shown to help people lose weight, or why people on keto or intermittent fasting get better results drinking coffee. Coffee helps boost your metabolism by flipping on a master switch, making fat burning faster and easier than you ever thought possible. So even though coffee creates this metabolic environment, many of us need an extra push to keep our fat burning window open longer and burn more fat. But what's so exciting is that if you can boost coffee's metabolic effect, it's like turning a little pilot light into a raging inferno that makes fat loss effortless. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, here's where Mr. Hoffman's decades of experience paid off. He explained that in the field of pharmacology, there's something called the compound effect, which means sometimes when you combine 2 compounds, you don't just get 2 times the result, you get 5 or 10 times the effects. When you add in a 3rd ingredient, you can make this effect even stronger. Mr. Hoffman knew that this super synergy was his best shot at finding a way to boost coffee's metabolic effect. But even for an expert like him, it's not easy to do. It's complicated. You have to painstakingly test each ingredient, and you have to find the precise ratios to make them work. So, after many months of trial and error, Mr. Hoffman was still struggling to crack the code on his own. That's when he decided he needed some help. So he broke open his little black book of contacts in the fields of medicine, biochemistry, nutrition, and pharmacology. It was a list of experts he'd compiled over decades of working with some of the best and brightest scientific minds of our day. Respected geniuses in their field of study, whistle-blowing insiders at some of the largest pharma companies in the world, and field researchers who'd spent years in the trenches studying medicinal plants and herbs. He knew that this collective supergroup would be his best chance at cracking the code. So after briefing them on his plan, together they spent the next 18 months trying to discover how to harness the power of super synergy to boost coffee's metabolic effect. It wasn't easy, but slowly they began to assemble the perfect blend of ingredients. One of these powerful ingredients that Mr. Hoffman and his team discovered was a molecule known to the scientific community as CGA. It was recommended by one of his colleagues in Kenya, an ethnobotanist who spent decades studying the ancient medicinal plants and herbs. See, CGA is found naturally in unprocessed coffee beans, grown in the lush plateaus surrounding Mount Kenya. But due to modern manufacturing and long transport times, most coffee sold today lacks this vital nutrient. This is unfortunate because new research shows that when you combine this metabolic marvel with coffee, it can keep your fat-burning window open for a longer and speed up your metabolism. One randomized study from 2017 looked at the effect of CGA on 64 women and found that it led to, quote, significant reductions in the body weight, body mass, and fat mass indices. In fact, the group of women given CGA lost an incredible 585% more weight than the control group. Pretty remarkable, right? And remember, CGA is just one of the powerful ingredients that this team of rebel scientists, doctors, and researchers discovered. The next ingredient came from one of Mr. Hoffman's colleagues out of a university laboratory in Buenos Aires. She recommended a compound known as L-carnitine. L-carnitine is a compound found naturally that's responsible for shuttling fat directly into your cells to get burned for energy. In randomized controlled studies, adults taking L-carnitine lost significantly more weight, even if they didn't change their diet at all. There's also EGCG, a compound found in the purest quality green tea grown in the Miyazaki regions of Japan. It was recommended to Mr. Hoffman by one of his oldest colleagues, another pharmaceutical insider turned whistleblower with an extensive training in traditional Eastern medicine. Now, you might have heard of EGCG or green tea extract before, but very few people understand just how powerful this compound is, especially when combined with coffee. See, while coffee, CGA, and L-carnitine work to accelerate your metabolism, turning that small little pilot light into a raging inferno, EGCG works to keep your natural fat burning window open longer so you can burn fat all day long. It does this by actually stopping the chemical process that causes this window to close. At the same time, green tea extract provides a flood of rich antioxidants and polyphenols which can soothe inflammation, support healthy digestion, and lead to even more weight loss. And it's been shown to boost levels of dopamine, or the happy chemical, in the brain, enhancing both mood and creativity. Then there's chromium, an earth mineral that drastically improves insulin sensitivity, which is another master hormone that controls how many calories we store as fat, which means you won't gain weight eating your favorite food, all while at the same time helping to boost fat burning, balance blood sugar, and decrease overall body fat. Once we had tested and proven these ingredients from every angle, Christy, Mr. Hoffman said, for the first time ever, we discovered something that lets you burn fat fast without giving up the foods you love or spending hours at the gym. See, as much as we all love coffee, most of us have probably felt how it can give you nervous jitters, mid-afternoon crashes, or even upset gut. So, Mr. Hoffman wanted to find a way to boost the effects of caffeine without any of the jitters. That's where something called L-theanine comes in. L-theanine is an incredible compound that gives you a feeling of zen, improving your mood and counteracting any side effects of using coffee. Together, these two ingredients fill your body with the cleanest, purest energy you've ever felt, an energy that lasts all day without any afternoon crash. It basically combines the alertness you get from coffee with the same zen-like focus you might get from an hour of meditation. Believe me when I say that you have to experience this level of energy for yourself to fully understand just how clear-minded and focused it's possible to be. But remember, while these two ingredients allow you to tap into your true potential for creativity, joy, and enthusiasm for life, the other breakthrough ingredients are hard at work too, using the power of super synergy to release your locked fat stores and ignite your metabolism. Mr. Hoffman explained that it took months of painstaking effort to isolate the best sources of these ingredients, to extract their purified forms, and to combine them together in the perfect ratio to unlock super synergy. His team had to test over 382 batches, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, until eventually they had developed the most potent, rigorously tested formula imaginable. You've found me at an interesting time, Christy, he told me. As we speak, this final sample batch is in production. We have just enough to share with family and a few friends. But since I know how important this is to you, I can put your name on the list if you'd like. Of course, I said yes. So within just a few short weeks, the package arrived at our doorstep. I could barely contain my excitement. Now, I was skeptical at first, but after hearing everything that Mr. Hoffman had explained to me, I knew I had to give it a shot. After all, what did I have to lose? On that first day, I did feel more energy than normal. It was subtle, but I felt sharper and didn't crash in the afternoon like normal. I almost didn't believe what was happening. But when I weighed myself the following morning, I had lost 2 pounds. I went on to lose 3 pounds and then 5 pounds, and the weight kept melting away almost effortlessly. And as the weeks went by, the numbers on the scale kept plummeting day after day. It was like someone had turbocharged my metabolism, and it was impossible for me to keep any fat on my body. And still, the weight just kept falling right off. First weigh-in, 7 pounds gone. Second weigh-in, 26 pounds gone. Third weigh-in, 43 pounds gone. By February 21st, just weeks from the lowest moment in my life, I'd melted more than 67 pounds of nagging fat from my body, dropping 5 dress sizes, and going from this to this. I watched in real time as my jiggly arm fat dissolved, revealing smooth, toned arms. My love handles and cellulite vanished, and my belly fat simply fell off, leaving me with a flat tummy for the first time since I was a teenager. But it wasn't just the incredible weight loss that had my friends green with envy or local baristas secretly asking me for my secret. It was the fact that I literally looked like I had aged 20 years in reverse. Seriously, I got compliments all the time. My face became more youthful, I had a newfound confidence and joy, and I just moved with more grace and lightness. Even Scott told me that he couldn't help but feel pride as he walked behind me in a crowded restaurant, seeing my beautiful figure sashay in front of him and watching other men steal jealous glances at me as I passed by. His words, not mine. I don't know how to describe it, but it was like the world looked brighter. People seemed to be smiling more, colors felt more vivid, and it was like the better I felt, the better life got. The next week, I decided to pay a visit to Mr. Hoffman. He greeted me with a big hug and told me how excited he was to see me. After sharing all of my success with him, he told me what an impact this same formula has made on some of his family and friends. Yet, as exciting as it all was, just a handful of results wasn't enough. Mr. Hoffman wanted even more definitive proof that this was truly the weight loss breakthrough he believed it was. So, he put up a post online and recruited more than 1,600 men and women to test this formula for themselves. He set it up like a large scientific test, asking people to track their weight, energy levels, mood, and more than 27 other variables. He made sure that they made no changes to their diet and exercise. And after shipping off the samples to their house, we sat back to wait for the results. Honestly, we didn't know what to expect. We wanted them to check in every 2 weeks. But by the very first week, Mr. Hoffman's email and phone were flooded with stories from people who couldn't wait to tell us their results. In fact, the average weight loss reported was an astonishing 35.6 pounds in just a few weeks. According to Mr. Hoffman, those results are extraordinary given the size of our test. And the positive results just kept pouring in. People reporting feeling better than they have in their whole lives. It became clear to Mr. Hoffman that we needed to get this breakthrough into the hands of as many people as possible. And since I had benefited firsthand from this remarkable invention, I agreed to help in whatever way I could. The very first thing I knew I had to do was share my story with you, which is why I couldn't be more excited to be the first person to introduce you to Fitspresso. Fitspresso is the simplest, most affordable, and most effortless weight loss solution ever created. It's the only formula designed to work with your body's natural fat burning window, allowing anyone to put themselves into a state of 24/7 metabolic overdrive. Melt even the most stubborn pockets of fat from your belly, arms, hips, and legs, and revitalize their energy levels while at the same time boosting brain function and supporting overall health and well-being. It's also 100% safe and effective, and uses the combined synergy of 6 potent and clinically effective natural ingredients that, when combined with coffee, torch excess body fat effortlessly. And I do mean effortlessly. Fitspresso doesn't require any diet or exercise. In fact, it's actually recommended that you eat all of your favorite foods in order to keep your metabolism in overdrive. Pizza, pasta, ice cream, French fries, burgers. You can totally enjoy all of them totally guilt-free without ever gaining a single pound. Instead, because Fitspresso works with your body's natural fat-burning rhythm, you'll find yourself torching belly fat while lounging on the couch, sitting by the pool, enjoying a night out on the town, or working from your computer. Fitspresso represents a clear leap forward in the science of weight loss, one that makes starvation diets and painful workouts seem completely outdated. It took the almost divine coordination of a groundbreaking scientific study, breakthrough manufacturing technologies, and the dedicated research of Mr. Hoffman and his colleagues to develop it, which is why there has never been anything like Fitspresso ever designed before, and why it's really no surprise that thousands of men and women have all reported the same things: dramatic weight loss, all-day energy with no crash, and a total body transformation from head to toe. Using Fitspresso couldn't be easier. Just take 2 capsules with your morning coffee. Watch as you create the most potent weight loss solution on planet Earth, feeling it electrify your metabolism and giving you clear, sustained focus and energy. That's it. It literally couldn't be any easier. It doesn't matter what kind of coffee you drink, whether that's iced coffee, hot coffee, cold brew, espresso shots, lattes, frappuccinos, or some special blend from Starbucks. And it also doesn't matter what you put in your coffee either, whether that's milk, cream, caramel drizzle, pumpkin spice, or anything else. Simply enjoy your coffee the way you like it and allow Fitspresso to do the rest. You'll be happy to know that Fitspresso is vegetarian, non-GMO, and gluten-free, and it contains no added fillers, preservatives, artificial colors, or stimulants of any kind. Fitspresso is formulated using only pure pharmaceutical-grade ingredients sourced from the highest quality sources available. It's processed in a sterile, state-of-the-art facility, which is GMP or Good Manufacturing Practice certified. This means that we follow the strictest safety protocols to ensure the quality and effectiveness of every batch of Fitspresso. And we routinely have these batches tested and approved by third-party inspectors. So now that you know everything you need to know about Fitspresso, how it works with your body's natural circadian rhythm to keep your fat burning window open 24/7 and electrify your metabolism to burn off fat, let me ask you a simple question. What would it be worth to you to finally live free of unwanted fat forever? I mean, really think about it. How much would it be worth to finally feel free? How much has being overweight cost you? And how much does it cost your health? Then there's all the time wasted driving to the gym, trying to meal prep all week, or shop for some exotic fruit to throw in your juice cleanse. And with the rising costs of food, most of us simply can't afford to waste another dollar on BS diet advice. At the same time, think about what you could save on healthcare bills, co-pays, or expensive pills. Then there's all of the intangible stuff. Loving what you see in the mirror again, no longer having to wear shapeless, baggy clothes all the time, enjoying the luxury of eating all your favorite foods guilt-free, and never again having to endure another failed yo-yo weight loss cycle or nasty comment. Can you even put a price on that? What about the feeling of being light, limber, and pain-free in your joints? Able to play with your kids without getting out of breath, or being free from the worry that a sudden health crisis could bankrupt your family or send you to an early grave. All of that is obviously priceless. So once you feel what a difference shedding all of your excess weight can do for you, when you finally feel the total freedom that comes along with it, and when you finally feel how it transforms every other aspect of your life, I know that most people would agree they'd pay almost any price they could afford for something like Fitspresso. Because it's not about being vain or superficial. It's about getting healthy so you can support your family. It's about setting the right example for your kids and grandkids. And it's about showing yourself love, the one thing we always seem to forget to do. So with all that in mind, one question remains. What would it be worth to you to live totally free of your unwanted fat forever? $5,000? $1,000? $500? Well, you'll be happy to know that you're not going to have to pay anywhere near what you might be thinking. Because as I hope I've made clear, this isn't about making a profit. It's about helping as many people as possible experience the same life-changing transformation that I experienced, and how that grip of despair threatened to swallow me whole, which is why now, on the other side, I'm filled with gratitude. My cup is overflowing with love, health, and joy. I don't need anything. I don't need money, and I simply want to put this formula into as many hands as possible before I die. So I don't want price to stand in anyone's way, which is why I've gone out of my way to make Fitspresso as affordable as possible. It's not easy because everything that makes Fitspresso so effective also makes it costly to make. Everything from the pharmaceutical grade ingredients, to the expensive processing techniques, to maintaining our laboratory grade manufacturing facility, to paying for expensive third-party testing, all those costs add up, which is why in the past we've had to set the price of Fitspresso at $249 as the bare minimum. That's the lowest that our team and other advisors have recommended. However, since I can't stand the thought of that price getting in your way, and since you've already invested your time into watching this video, I can tell that you're serious about making a change. And you won't have to pay $249 like everyone else, or $200, or even $100. Instead, On this video only, you'll be able to secure a month's supply of Fitspresso for just $69. That's a savings of over $200. And it's the absolute lowest price that it will ever be offered for again. At just $2.30 a day, you will not find a more affordable weight loss solution, especially for something as innovative and effective as Fitspresso. The only reason we're able to make this offer available today is to make room in our warehouse for our next shipment, which is why it's important to act fast, because I can only offer this low price for the remaining inventory we have left. And given just how fast the orders have been coming in lately, it's likely that we'll run out very soon and have to close this offer for good. So please don't be upset if you come back to this page and find that the cost has gone up by hundreds of dollars. At that point, there's simply nothing I could do to help it. But before you go and place your order, I want to make the deal even better and show you how you can save even more when you say yes to Fitspresso today. See, the longer that you use Fitspresso, the better results you can expect. Most of the research I shared with you showed the strongest results around month 5 or 6. Most people find that these effects just keep compounding. So after several months, they begin to see the most dramatic weight loss results, feel the most noticeable difference in their energy levels, and begin to look years younger. With that in mind, and given the fact that we need to clear our warehouse to make room for a second shipment, I'd like to offer you a way to experience the full benefit of Fitspresso, not just for 30 days or 60 days or even 90 days, but for a full 180 days. It's all part of what I call our Buy More, Save More campaign, something that allows you to see the greatest results while saving the most money, which means that today you can get a full 6-month supply of Fitspresso for just $39. That's about $1 a day when you choose the 6-month option. You will never see the price this low again. And since so many people want to experience the full benefit of Fitspresso, since they don't want to have to bother with reordering or out of stocks, and since, as you'll see, your order is 100% guaranteed either way, most people end up just choosing that option, which is just another reason why our inventory has been flying off the shelves and why it's important to act fast. Let me be clear that this is not a subscription or automatic payment, so you don't have to worry about hidden fees or anything like that. It's just a one-time flat fee to secure your month's supply of Fitspresso for less. And FYI, because it wouldn't be fair for you to order at one price and have to come back and pay more later, when you order today, you'll be locked into this low price for life, no matter how much we raise our prices in the future. So click below to secure your 6-month package or whichever amount makes the most sense to you. After selecting your money-saving package, you'll be taken to a secure 256-bit encrypted order page. We use the same security as places like Walmart or Amazon, so your information is 100% secure. Simply fill in your information, hit enter, and we'll immediately begin preparing your package for delivery right to your doorstep. Now, because we are so confident that Fitspresso will work for you, we're going to put our money where our mouth is and offer a 100% guarantee on your order. If you aren't head over heels in love with your experience with Fitspresso, then you don't pay a dime. Even if you change your mind for any reason or no reason at all, simply let us know within 180 days of your order and we'll refund your entire investment. No hassle and no questions asked. That's how much we stand behind Fitspresso. That's how confident we are that it will work for you. And that's how much we value your trust in us. You can get a hold of our US-based industry-leading support team at any time. You'll find the email and phone number on your confirmation page, delivered to you inside an email, and printed on every shipment of Fitspresso. So now there's simply no risk for you to say yes to Fitspresso today. By ordering today, you're getting to experience Fitspresso for the lowest price that it will ever be offered for again. And when you take advantage of our Buy More, Save More campaign, you get to enjoy even more life-changing benefits for less. Plus, you're protected by our industry-leading 100% satisfaction guarantee. Fitspresso is the closest thing you'll ever experience to near automatic weight loss, which is exactly why we've made saying yes today as easy and as effortless as possible. So click below to secure your 6-month package or whichever amount makes the most sense to you. Now you have two paths in front of you. One path is filled with the same frustration that brought you to this video. It's the one filled with the endless yo-yo cycles of failed weight loss, of feeling uncomfortable in your own skin, judged every time you go out into public, or trying to avoid your reflection in the mirror. It's the aching joints, feeling out of breath all the time, and constantly having to worry about health. Like I said, you likely already know what's on that path. It's what brought you this video. And since nothing can change if you don't take action, doing the same thing over and over again will only lead you to the same disappointing results while you continue to struggle with your weight. I have seen so many people give up. It makes me sad, especially when I know there's a simple and effective way to lose all the weight and get the body you desire. A simple way to finally get free of the prison of fat forever. Something that's easy and enjoyable, and something that's already been paid for through the painstaking work of Mr. Hoffman. All you have to do is say yes. Thousands of everyday people have already chosen this path and are experiencing how different life can be from the tiniest little change. Now, I'm inviting you to join us, to feel what true, effortless weight loss feels like, how it feels to wear clothes that actually fit well, to actually enjoy all of your favorite foods, and to love what you see in the mirror. You deserve everything in life. One that's filled with adventure, passion, and romance. One where you feel totally vibrant and revitalized and light, and one that allows you to step into life as it was meant to be lived. It's the path you've been searching for your whole life, and I can't wait for you to join us. I'm Christy Rivers, and thanks for watching. Hey, still here? I know you might still have some questions about Fitspresso and how it can work for you. So in order for you to feel totally confident about your order today, I put together a few of our most commonly asked questions so I can answer those for you. How does Fitspresso work again? Great question. Fitspresso works by tapping into your body's natural circadian rhythm. See, at certain times during the day, your fat cells are ready to release fat, and losing weight is effortless. It's called your fat burning window. Fitspresso works by 1, keeping that window open for longer, and 2, speeding up your metabolism so you can burn more fat. It combines the power of super synergy and 6 clinically proven ingredients that, when combined with coffee, electrify your metabolism and allow for all-day fat burning. How can I know this will work for me? Fitspresso is backed by multiple peer-reviewed studies and has been used by thousands of people who all report significant weight loss results. To date, our customers have had an almost 100% success rate with Fitspresso, which is why we're so confident in it that we chose to guarantee your order for a full 180 days. So even though everybody is different, we trust Fitspresso will work for you just like it has for so many others. Speaking of the guarantee, how does that work again? It really couldn't be simpler. Because we respect your trust in us, we offer a 100% guarantee on your investment. For whatever reason or no reason at all, Fitspresso is not the life-changing solution I've made it out to be, then simply let our award-winning customer service team know within 180 days and we'll refund every single dime of your investment. No questions asked, no hassle. That support contact is right here. And it will also be provided on the confirmation page, in your confirmation email, and inside every package that you receive, so you'll never have any trouble finding it. Is Fitspresso safe? Fitspresso contains only well-studied ingredients that have been tested in multiple clinical studies. We use only pharmaceutical-grade ingredients, and Fitspresso is processed in our sterile, state-of-the-art GMP-certified facility, which routinely undergoes third-party tests. Still, since everybody is different, it's important to consult with your doctor. How can I get started? It couldn't be easier. Simply click on the best money-saving package below to get started. Remember that your order is 100% guaranteed. You get to take advantage of the lowest price that Fitspresso will ever be at, while supplies last at least. And the more you buy, the more you save. Mr. Hoffman, myself, and the entire team can't wait to see your success and hear your story next. Once again, I'm Christy Rivers, and thanks for watching.